There were two NFL preseason games last night. Patriots and Washington football team faced off. Steelers and Eagles met in Philly. Any takeaways from either of those games, Geoff? I think Mac Jones is kind of like making maybe a little bit of a run for the starting spot in New England.
Yeah, a lot of checkdowns from Mac Jones. I just pumped the brakes on that. It was fine, but no real like hard throws there. The guy I was most impressed with was actually Jalen Hurts, and people are going to look at his game log and go, oh, 3 for 7. He's inaccurate again. He had 2 drops, 1 throwaway on a play where Carson Wentz probably would have taken a 20-yard sack. The 3 completions he made were tough throws, over 10 yards, darts over the middle kind of thing. Hit Dallas Goedert in stride. I thought he looked really good. And look, I don't want to say this too loud, but Clean Haskins kind of looked good too. But for me, the biggest takeaway was definitely Jalen Hurts. I think he looks ready to go. I think he's going to have a big year.
All right, Stan, what was your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway, probably 2. One was Quez Watkins. He had the splash play on the little bubble screen, showed off his 4.35 40 speed. He's been the buzz in camp. Like every day, like the beat writers have just been raving about him. So it was nice to see him. He also, Hurts missed him on a long throw. So he had 2 targets. I think more importantly, though, he was out there with Hurts in 2 tight end sets. So, I mean, if he's going to be starting, he has the game-breaking speed. He can be like the Deshaun Jackson type guy. So that's kind of interesting. And then Zach Ertz, he played more than Dallas Goedert. And then Kenneth Gainwell, he's been a popular target. People thinking that he might take over the 3rd down role. He didn't play with the starters at all. He was behind Boston Scott, Jordan Howard. N'Keal Harry, I guess he still kind of sucks. He played 36 snaps, 1 target, 1 catch for 4 yards. And I think the other big thing was Antonio Gibson. He didn't play on 3rd down. So shout out to Dwayne McFarland, PFF. He tweeted that Gibson was on 57% of the snaps. McKissick still got 50% of the passing down snaps with the lone long yardage ones. So, his ADP's in the 2nd round. If he's not going to get the passing work, that's going to be bad for him.
All right, AJ, what do you think? Any key takeaways from either of those games?
Well, I think the one for me is on the other side for the Steelers. We talked yesterday about all their offensive weapons. I thought it was interesting that Claypool didn't have a single catch in this game. He did have a run that he lost 2 yards on. Juju, for his part, he caught all 3 of his targets and looked solid. So I think it's going to be an interesting breakdown of how they shuffle around that roster.